It was a smoky day, the fires on the West Coast kept me inside. I ended up consuming about 17 hours of YouTube videos around Shoot 360, and I told my wife, I'm going to California, and then the rest was history.
Today, I'm visiting Shoot 360, a basketball franchise that is revolutionizing the way athletes train. I'm meeting Fadi Smaidi, a seasoned entrepreneur and the man growing this new franchise across Canada. I'm here to learn about Fadi's journey and to find out from him what it takes to grow such an enterprise in Canada.
Technology that you're going to be seeing here today is used by 29 of the 30 NBA teams. So we found an incredible way to integrate tech and data into the skill development of an athlete. People come into our facilities, there's two main stations. We have our skill stations where athletes will work on their ball handling, their passing, and their dribbling. And then on this side over here is where the shooting happens.
Shoot 360 combines the usual basketball training with technology and data to create what is referred to as the most advanced training system in the world.
So this is where some of the magic happens on the skills side.
Okay. What's up, my man? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Marius, you are?
Omar.
Omar, okay.
So he's dribbling, he's going for targets that he's seeing on the screen, and we're actually tracking how quickly they're seeing what they're seeing. So the athlete is doing ball handling, decision making, and accuracy.
I see there's like a name on the screen, so that's basically the athlete's data is kept every
Correct.
time they come to play.
Correct. So when an athlete becomes a member here, their name pops up on the screen. At the end of their workout, all the information from their workout goes into the app. And then from there, the athlete and the parents are able to keep track of the progression of the athlete. Passing in general is hard to do alone and it's not very fun.
Yeah.
So when you gamify it like this, it's just very engaging, challenging, and then as the level goes up, the athlete is constantly competing against themselves and their best score.
This is fun.
It sure is. We spend about 30 minutes here, and then we'll go do 30 minutes of shooting. And in there, the athlete gets a full rounded workout in a really compressed time.
The technology here doesn't just track performance, it talks back.
So as the athlete shoots, they're getting instant feedback on their shot. So we're tracking the three key elements of a perfect shot.
Okay.
The first one being the arc, the degree at which the ball enters the rim.
So
The second one is the depth, and then the last one is how straight the athlete is shooting. So an average athlete in our shooting lanes will take anywhere between 250 and 350 shots. So you get to do your workout, and then when you finish your workout, you have the opportunity to compete in a live competition against other shooters from around the world. You know, you walk into Shoot 360, there's a bit of a wow factor. You know, the floors, the technology, the screens, it's like you're stepping into a video game. I grew up in the time of Michael Jordan, so I can't imagine what it would look like if we had access to this tech growing up.
I can't help but feel excited for today's young athletes. The path to success is now being mapped with data, clear, measurable, and available for anyone to follow around the world.
Coming up, I played a lot of college basketball, so I did play for Georgian and Humber College in Ontario. From there, came out to Edmonton and chased more of the basketball dream. Obviously, my playing days are behind me, but I did want to stay involved in the community and make sure that it was something I could give back and just be a part of. Imagine all the days you don't miss the shot and you don't have to chase it down the hill, or it goes in the mud and you got to wipe it off. Now it's all set up so it's right in front of you. You miss your shot, it's right there. Get it back in the machine, back to your spot. So I really do think this is something that if we had it back in our day, we would have had some better shooters for sure. Steph Curry would have been Steph Curry earlier.
Xander is only 9 years old, and he's already made over 10,000 shots. I'm not talking about attempts. He made 10,000 shots.
Yeah, I made 10,000 shots. I felt really happy and I'm so proud of myself.
Every time Xander steps into the gym, he knows his stats and what he's aiming for.
Every Shoot 360 I get 100 shots or like 175.
That is focus right there. Today's story, though, is not only about basketball. It's about the journey of entrepreneurship and what it really means to build with purpose. Fadi's been building ventures for years, I wanted to go back to where it all started.
In your ventures, you went from IT to service industry, automotive
Yeah.
repairs,
Yeah.
and now,
In the basketball.
is there a thread that ties all of those together for you?
I grew up in the restaurant business. My family had restaurants back in Montreal. So I grew up in the hospitality world. When I look at Shoot 360, where I am now, we are in hospitality. We have members that come in here. We have clean lobbies. We have our coaches do the big hello when somebody walks in. This is a franchise, so I do have that experience on how to build a franchise across the country. I fell in love with the facilities. I fell in love with the hardwood floors. I fell in love with the technology. I fell in love with the product.
Fadi has been through all kinds of businesses and cycles, but Shoot 360 feels different.
I think as you start to progress, I think the first question I ask myself now is when I'm doing something is like, what's my why? You know, why am I doing this? In this case, the why is clear. It's because I want to be in sports, and I also want to be around my son, and I want to be able to coach. Also, having the ability to grow something new across the country, the challenge is really important. Waking up every morning feeling challenged, knowing that something new is going to happen today. You can chase profit, that's good, and you should. But if you don't have purpose, you're never going to catch profit, right? Profit typically comes after purpose.
All right, so Fadi, Shoot 360 came to your radar. How?
I was trying to open up a football facility at first because I'm a football coach. And so then when the basketball angle came in, I said, let's take a look at some pool basketball facilities. And so it was a smoky day. The fires on the West Coast kept me inside. I ended up consuming about 17 hours of YouTube videos around Shoot 360. And I told my wife, I'm going to California to see this franchise. And then the rest was history.
Every builder chases something. For Fadi, it's time. Time with his son, with his family, and with his community. Fadi wants to build a community of strong-minded young athletes. At the same time, he wants to stay close to his family.
So when you come home having somebody that can uplift you when you're down, I think is really important.
My name is Carolina, and I'm Fadi's wife. We've been in each other's lives and partners for 25 years. I feel that we've been each other's biggest cheerleaders in life. And he has supported me throughout my career development, and I have done the same. Fadi's a community person, and he's always wanted to do something that's brought community together. All of his businesses have had a community element.
You know, I was a football coach. I coached on my son's football team. I love coaching. I love supporting youth. I think it's very rewarding.
I think it's really helped communication between father and son as well, because sometimes when your father is your coach, that can be challenging, but they've been able to find ways to really communicate and understand each other's styles and what works and what doesn't work. And that translates into just the father-son relationship and the parent relationship at home.
Watching Fadi play with his son says more about purpose than any business plan ever could.
Being able to be a community leader, going out there, meeting the coaches, meeting the schools, meeting with the teams is the one thing that I'm looking for the most, is knowing that there's going to be some really grassroots level engagement of the ownership group with the community that they're going to be servicing.
Sports has always been such a passion of his, and he believes strongly that in this moment in time, we have to do a lot to support our youth.
Basketball is pretty important to us because my son is super passionate about it. The thing that stands out the most for us about Shoot 360 is that it's not just about training, but it's about a community. It's about relationship, it's about friendship. And for me, it means a lot because that's the value that we try to instill in our kids. And I feel like with Fadi is that he truly instilled that value. He went above and beyond just training the kids, which we did see a lot of improvement after he started training.
Sherwood Park is a great community. We've been in the community now for 15 years. First one in Canada. We have 2 in construction in Toronto. Our second one opened up in Calgary. Obviously Canada's growing, the US is still growing. We're expanding in Asia. We have locations coming in the Philippines. We have locations coming in Japan. We have more locations coming in Taiwan. We are expanding into Europe. We have locations coming into the Middle East.
I haven't heard Africa in the list.
Give me a call, let's get you in Africa.
I think we'll be the largest basketball community across the country, with places that are opening up in the east, like Toronto, Montreal, and out west. So we're going to be able to connect Canadian basketball in a whole new way.
Although he's expanding a new business across Canada, nothing is better than being close to home.
The elements of community, supporting youth, and supporting Canadian competitiveness among its athletes were driving forces behind going into the venture and trying to establish Shoot 360 in Canada.
My name is David Kapinga, and I am the men's head coach for the men's basketball program at MacEwan. Born in the Congo, came here when I was younger. For MacEwan to have access to one of the world's most advanced sports technology is incredible. The feedback that you receive as soon as you shoot the ball, it gives our players some time off from being coached by me, but still getting that same feedback that they would get with me is tremendous value. It's actually allowed me to recruit a few of the players that I don't think I would have got without access to this technology. So Shoot 360 has done a wonder job for us at MacEwan, and is going to keep doing that.
How do you get to that team? How do you get to that next level? How do you progress? If you have basketball dreams, what do you do to get there? And so we want to provide a space for kids where they can start wherever they're at and progress, right? So you might just be learning basketball and you're scared to maybe try out for a team. Well, you can come in here, get that confidence, get your shots up, interact with their coaches, and become a much more confident player.
What we want to do is have Canadian kids exposed to the technology. This technology gives them an edge. It's scientific. We've taken 10 years of training and trimmed it into 2 years. The more an athlete is in here, utilizing the technology, the quicker they're going to get to where they want to be. If you would have asked me 15 years ago, when I came here from Montreal as a restaurateur, that I would be helping shape the future of basketball in Canada, there's a 0% chance that I would have told you that was going to happen. I think right now my definition of success is who am I surrounded by? Am I surrounded by the right people? Am I learning every day? Am I healthy? I get to come here every day and meet interesting people, play basketball, be with my son, go home for dinner, come back in the afternoon, play some more basketball. It's a great work-life balance.
Transforming passion into data and purpose. It feels like this is much bigger than just a business. One day, I hope these lights turn on in Africa, especially in Rwanda, my home country.